So, a little garden update. Nope. I'm making a video real quick, babe.
It sucked.
Oh, it sucked? Well, I'm not going to try it then. That is purple sage. I got stuff coming up. I have on a piece of paper what everything is, but I already forgot mostly what everything is. I mean, I didn't forget what that is. And that is Autumn Beauty Sunflower from last year. I got a couple of them coming up. This is my green onion from last year. My rose bush. What is that called again? Honeysuckle. Okay. And then we got rosemary. We got some beets. I have weeds growing in here too. That's a pepper plant. Let's see. We got some sprouts. I have like a variety of things I planted in here. And I don't really have any plants in my house anymore now. I'm putting them outside. And I'm going to put like a bunch of bird seed in there. And then I got this with some water for any animals that need to take a break and get a drink of water. Here we have sweet pea. This is the raspberry. It's actually coming up just like I thought it would. But I didn't think it actually would. I thought that. And then it happened. And then I have like a random offshoot that came up over here. Here, I have like all kinds of different sprouts here. So I'm not going to tell you what they are until like they become mature plants. That's blueberry. These are grapes, but they're not, doing anything yet. Here I have a lot of seeds that I just worked on this today. So I have to stagger the types of corn. So I just now planted like the sweet corn over here with marigold, dill, just like some chia seeds to get it going. What else? Cilantro. And something else like calendula. So we'll see how that goes over here. This guy got damaged by my bunny, and then it got damaged out here in a cold spell. Over here I have a hummingbird flower mix, among other things. We got some stuff growing in here. This little thing I made. Hopefully I'm going to have stuff vining up this. And that's about it. It's kind of a mess back here right now, but it's a work in progress. It's going to look great once it all gets going. Here's something else that I'm like really proud of. Okay, well, I'll start up here. That was my dad's and he gave it to me. But anyways, so my sister is like the superstar of house plants, and she got me interested. So we have here like a really pretty pothos plant that's like vining down. Here I made like a conglomerate of plants. We got a spider plant, a pothos, a corn plant, and bromelade in there. And we have just some plants that are in water getting stronger roots, or they're just water bound. This is like a, what did she say? A dragon tail monstera or something like that. Like, it's just a baby. Some bamboo. This is monstera. Peperamia, I believe. And then over here, these might be peperamia. It's two different kinds, but I put them in the pot together. And then I did that with this too. I made like conglomerate. Like, I like it. Right here, what we have is my frog coin purse. I don't know how this happened, but it happened. And then I have, this is my favorite pothos plant, and it just hangs down. And like here I have, this is like my special cabinet where I put like my favorite things, and they always like are rotating, you know? But I love to collect like little dolls, little like extra tiny things. Of course, I love to collect bottles, feathers. Like, look at those little mice. Like, how cute is that? A prescription box from 1944, a harmonica, a flute, just feathers I find. That's a Coca-Cola bottle that was made in Prescott. Just like little trinkets that I find at Goodwill that just like connect with me. This is made from redwood, from the California redwoods. Yeah. Here's like a little gas stove. It needs a little bit of work, but it's really cool. This is like what I call my research board. And it's like the inside of my brain on a piece of paper. So here's like downtown Prescott, where there's a network of tunnels, and I want to map them out, which, like, unfortunately, like, you need equipment to do that safely. So I have to figure that out. I'm going to figure that out. But I know it takes up like a whole huge part of my wall. But it's the inside of my brain. Plus, in a case of emergency, knowing the trails that are around you, or the historic mines that are around you in case of an emergency, to me is really important, okay? And then like the bottom part of this is archaeology. Of course, I do want to point out this is only the archaeology that we are allowed to know about. That is a huge point I want to point out. Now, I'm obsessed with patterns of migration. I believe that, and I am not alone, and a lot of like my subscribers subscribe to the same channels as me, and we all know that many of us think America is the old world, and the Americas are where civilization has started, like this round of civilization. And these patterns of migration this is all like the available information that I could print out when I used to have a printer. And like, I also have an obsession with the four corners because I think that it points to something really big. The Hohokam irrigation canals have been crudely drawn out on this. I just want you guys to know that that is not their name, and we don't know what their name was. It might have something to do with that name, which Aztlan is the name of the Masonic Lodge in Prescott, Arizona. Okay. And then, yeah, mines. I want to know about all the mines. There's lots of mines in my area. Here's some archaeology they don't talk about enough. The Marana Platform Mound Site, that's in southern Arizona, which there's a lot of archaeology in southern Arizona. And my dad gave me this too. So I also wanted to talk about my bunny. She did something to one of her eyes. And like for a while there, I didn't know like if she was going to be blind in that eye. And she has like a cataract over her eye now, but she's not like completely blind in that eye anymore, I don't think, because when she was having problem with the eye and I was giving her eye drops and everything, medicated eye drops that I just had because I used to work as a janitor at an animal hospital. So I have medicine if it's needed, but my ass is not taking a rodent to a vet. I'm sorry. So, I think she's gained back some vision in that eye, but she has a cataract over her eye. And like, I don't know, when I got my dog off of Craigslist, he was like a year and some change. He had cataracts and, you know, he has them still. So I don't know, like she's come back outside. Like she actually let herself out the other morning. I think it was yesterday morning. Okay, so my front door is not like that cool. It's really old and like warped. So all she has to do if it's not locked is bite the bottom corner of the door and like kind of just yank it open. Well, she opened it by herself. She got out. My neighbor texted me and was like, I seen your bunny in the alley. And I was at that point already looking for her. Like, because I got up. I slept in that morning. I got up, noticed the front door was open. And I'm like, that's weird because my son was still sleeping. So I was like, why is the front door open? And then I'm like, the dang bunny, dude. And yeah, she was in the carport next door, just like hanging out. At least she didn't go far, but she is the size or if not bigger than a cat. So like I don't think she's gonna get snagged up real quick, but it was still scary because I did not know if I was gonna see her again. So she has lost partial vision, I'll say, in one eye, but she's still beautiful. She's still bunny and she's still functional. So, but that is news in my household for sure. So, also, my son's 18th birthday is coming up in early May, and my daughter's 9th birthday is coming up in late April. But the 18th birthday is like the big deal. So, I'm really excited and, you know, everything, grateful that I'm there to be mom finally. Like, it's been so hard, hit and miss for years, but now I'm preparing for my son's 18th birthday party, and once he's 18, because everything got messed up in the process of me messing up, like right now it's hard to get anything done like legally, like getting his ID so he can get a job or go get his GED. It's like that right now. So, but when he turns 18, I can just take him. He can do whatever he wants. So we're starting to make a game plan for him. Everything's going to be great. I'm excited. And yeah, he's just going to be a little bit of a late bloomer. But I take responsibility for that. And I'm going to be there to actually take responsibility for that. So I'm super excited about that. I've been really distant lately for a lot of like actually good reasons, but there are serious things I've been contemplating in my brain that really you kind of got to do on your own. And so, plus, I've also been picking up at work for the season, and I got a little like set in my ways of not being busy, but just barely hanging on there, enough that my business still thrived through winter, which is cool. Here, it's a little seasonal when you work in the woods, and you can't get around in the winter. But it worked out good. I just got a new client hitting me up today, this morning. So I'm going to call her tomorrow because I can. It's my business. I do the work. I do everything. It's all like me. And I don't want to call you today. I'll call you tomorrow. And yeah, just spending time with family, eating good food, gardening, hanging out with my animals. I got to clean all my animal cages tonight. And you know what? That sucks. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I enjoy that, because I don't. And the thing is, I cannot pawn it off to my children because they don't do it right. And so if I ask them to do it, it's a big waste of everybody's time. I'm going to go back and have to redo it because they're not going to do it right.
Why still say plants in the other room that to water, yeah, double water.
Yep, and my nephew is helping me water my garden because we're waiting for the sun to completely go down so we can look at worms. Okay, and so I have another update before I make this video. I have another update about my grounding experience. So it's been great. I gotta say, a lot of my intention was to actually start reading my books. I have so many books. Hold on. I didn't mean to stop the video. That was an accident. But anyways, I have so many books, but I never read them. And I can't bring myself to read them. Now, I've done a couple years in prison and I read so many books, but when I think about it, I really haven't read that many books since then. I have the books, I get intrigued, and so I get the Audible. And it's been a real struggle for me to start reading books again. And it's so weird, right? That's weird. But I know I'm not the only one. And I used to just read books to pass time. So to me, it just seems so odd that I cannot even coerce myself into reading a book. So I was off of YouTube for months, straight months. It wasn't even hard, just so you know. I really enjoyed focusing on other things for a while, but I pay for Spotify Premium. So I pretty much immediately started just binging out on a bunch of off the wall podcasts. Now, the history of Arizona, I don't remember the man that made that podcast, but he's super cool. And anybody who lives in Arizona and you got Spotify, look up Arizona, the history of Arizona podcast. It's so good. I binged it until now. I wait for episodes. But anyways, so hold on. Let me get to a safe place here. I need a safe place. Okay. I could not bring myself to take the time to read a book. So I'm really not satisfied with my grounding experience. But there's a whole lot of really pivotal things that have come up in my efforts. A higher power and concept thereof has come up a lot. Let's see what else. That's been the main thing. Also, just okay, so I've made a mistake of studying psychology. This is a mistake, okay? Because if you want to have good relationships with other human beings, do not study psychology. It's never going to happen. You're going to psychoanalyze everybody, everything, all the time. And you're not qualified. And I'm talking to me. But this is real talk, okay? Like, you cannot sit there and study psychology in your spare time for a collective couple years and then try to have relationships with people, because you're going to be psychoanalyzing them and maybe forgetting to psychoanalyze yourself. Like, if it could be easy to skip over yourself. If you know that your heart's intentions are true, you're not going to question yourself. You know what I mean? But that's a mistake, especially if you're sitting there questioning other people. So, whatever. Let's just sit here and say that my grounding efforts were a complete failure. And I need a master. And I know a lot of people don't like that verbiage, but you know, Chief Red Wolf, I've asked him, like, who is my master? Because I need a master, and by that I don't mean like whoosh, master. Like, don't be so sensitive with words. It's an expert to show you the way. I need that in a couple different avenues. Like, I am not a fucking expert. And this is maybe the best quality epiphany that I have gotten out of my attempts to ground myself. Now, I don't really invest in YouTube right now. As you guys know, I have not been making a lot of videos. I've been watching like kind of really dumb videos. And that's if I'm actually watching, like, there's like this obsession with animal videos that I have. And I'm not talking about the ones that are like pulling on your heartstrings. Those ones are fucked up, and I don't know what these people are like smoking, but like the whole storyline they create behind like a video of an animal is retarded. I don't want to hear that shit. Excuse all my language. I don't even know if this is going to work now. If this video is going to work now. If somebody's going to be like, oh, I'm so offended by everything she says.